I'm so ready for today's video because I'm going to be testing the hottest, the newest, the most hyped, most wanted viral beauty products that just launched. That's why you see me with clean canvas today. And if you're new here to my channel, welcome. My name is Jacqueline and I do film in natural light with a 4K camera. If it's your first time here, I do a little bit of everything. I review the newest beauty products. I cover everything from fashion, fragrances. We even do vlogs, traveling, a little bit of everything. So if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do so. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. And if you're in Instagram and TikTok, well, come and follow me there because on my social media platforms, I let you know whenever there's a new and exciting release, which there has been a few in the last couple weeks. And to give you a little bit of an idea of what I'm going to be testing today, Dolce Gabbana I Dare You palette. This is the first time that Dolce Gabbana is launching a big format eyeshadow palette. Also, I got my hands on the new YSL bronzer and also on the new YSL setting powder, the new Guerlain Concealer, Hermes lipstick. Also, I got a couple shades of the so viral Milk Makeup new jelly blushes. Let's set the tone and start first with the fragrance of the day. Also, a new fragrance that I'm just so excited to try, and I'm talking about the new Guerlain Neroli Plain Suit, and it's a new fragrance from Guerlain's Les Arts et Métiers fragrance collection, which is their prime line of fragrances. And when I heard the notes of this baby, I got super excited. But I got even more excited because when I was placing my order for the new Guerlain blushes and concealer at Guerlain's website, you can select some of the samples. And one of the samples was this new fragrance. So let's go ahead and test it. Oh, I cannot wait. Okay, let us see it a little, Jacqueline. Let us see it a little. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. Okay, definitely you can smell the neroli, citrusy at the opening. A little bit powdery though, as the fragrance starts to set. A tiny bit powdery. I know this fragrance has turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, and definitely I can set a little bit of those spices, but there's kind of like a soapy kind of, yeah, a soapy kind of scent to this fragrance, which is interesting, but not a bad soap. Some type of fragrance that I will find at one of the finest resorts at, I don't know, France maybe. It's clean and soapy. I'm pretty sure is perhaps a little bit of sandalwood in there that is giving that twist as well. Now I can even smell even more and more the sandalwood. Yeah. And now it starts to appear the orange blossom. Yep. Now it develops to that. Okay, friends, it's going to be the fragrance of the day. I love the opening. The opening is just so refreshing. That citrusy scent, the neroli really shines through at the opening. A little bit woody, a little bit of a spice. This fragrance is so good. Okay, let's see how it develops throughout the entire video. But now let's go with a primer. I'm going to be using the new Forever Glow Star Filter by DIOR. I already done my review and even side-by-side comparisons with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. So I'm just going to use a little bit as a primer. I'm just going to spread it with my fingers. This is a super easy product to use. I will highly suggest if you want to know that details and difference between one and the other, go and check my review, please, because I give you so many details in there too, so you can really know more about the product, how to use it, etc. And I'm going to be using the new Christian Louboutin foundation. This is a very perfecting foundation if you're looking to a foundation for a photo shoot or a foundation that can last you throughout the day. This is a great foundation for that. I'm just going to put in a stippling brush. I really like to use this foundation in very light layers. It's very different than the balm foundation because the balm foundation is more, I mean, it's not balmy, but it's just so perfecting and it just gives so much hydration. Well, this new one by Christian Louboutin it's more of like a natural finish, and that's why I like to use it and pair it with a moisturizing kind of primer, or in this case a glowy kind of primer like the one from DIOR. And by applying it with a stippling brush, you get such a natural application. I do have a ton of freckles, fine lines. I'm on my fourth floor, meaning that I'm over 40 years old. So I have all those signs of aging, enlarged pores, the sunspots and whatnot. Yet I don't like to mask my face with makeup. I like to go very natural with my makeup in daily basis. So in that sense, it doesn't emphasize more my signs of aging. It actually looks more natural and just a little bit perfecting if I have any redness, or if I just want to cover a little bit my sunspots and whatnot. So that's all. That's how I like it. For the concealer, the new Guerlain Terracotta Concealer and the Guerlain Terracotta Foundation is one of my very favorite foundations. I went ahead and picked it up in the shade 3N. By the way, I will be leaving all the details of my makeup, where to find them, the links, if I have any discounts. They will be on the description box below, as well as on the YouTube shop, which is here on the screen. So you just tap anywhere with your mouse on the screen, or with your finger if you're watching on your device, and it will show the products too. And thank you so much if you decide to shop through my links. I really appreciate it. It helps me so much, and I feel very, very grateful for it. But anyhow, friends, let's go for this baby, which comes in 16 different shades. It's supposed to be a concealer, a color corrector, 24-hour wear, no transfer. I mean, I will not use it for 24-hour, but rest assured that I will be leaving a pinned comment letting you know how the product worked throughout the day. It is made in France, and it does have a natural finish. The packaging is beautiful. This seems to be frosted glass. Okay, this is tight, and I'm using black. I don't want to. Oh, yeah. Go very slow because you don't want to get a big splash. It does have a stopper, and the doe foot applicator is one of those fine doe foot applicators. Let me just give you a quick swatch right here. Okay, super lightweight, not too liquidy. It does have a little bit of consistency, but it doesn't feel heavy, at least not on my hand. Let's see how it goes on the eyes. And as you can tell, I do have ultra dark under eye circles, like panda bear. Really bad. Yet I do not like to use too much product under this area, because I do have fine lines, and if I use too much, it just, it would then just gather and look really bad, and instead age me. Like I said, less is always more, and I tend to just leave it for a little and then start blending. Also, another thing, by the way, I'm using this Gucci brow pencil. I'm just gonna do my brows like in a very easy way, and the way to achieve it is to use this kind of like powder brow product, because if you have already some hairs, you don't need to draw that much. If you just need to fill in the lines. Going back to the concealer, what I was saying is I do not like to use too bright of a concealer, because I do have the dark under eye circles, and if you have them, or if you are developing them because of aging, this area on our eyes, they start to get thinner, and therefore it shows more the dark under eye circles, right? So what is important, if you're finding trouble, or if you are noticing that your concealer is looking grayish, is because, well, one, you can do color correcting, which at times I do depending on the concealer that I'm trying to use. But the most important thing is, if you have these kind of dark under eye circles, is do not use too brightening of a concealer, because it just creates this kind of translucent effect that it will just create this gray cast underneath, and it just doesn't look appealing at all. You see how easy it was to apply this Gucci brow pencil. And to set my brows, a classic, the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. Love, 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 love these. I just go for a light application. Angie Hot and Flashy A506 brush, and now I'm going to start to blend this concealer Let me know if you ever want to see tips and tricks about how to cover the under eye circles. I have many, and I do have my OG concealers too. Okay, that's with a light layer. I can still see a little bit of my dark under eye circle peeking through, but not by much. It does have a really good coverage. The claims of this concealer too is that it's buildable, and it does have skincare ingredients such as argan oil too to keep this area moisturized, but as you can tell, it's not glowy. It's extremely natural, which that leads me to say that perhaps you can use this as a spot concealer. Now, this is also a color corrector, and I can tell that it does have some correcting properties, although this shade didn't say it had any peach in it. And that's one of the things that I like to look on a concealer, a peach undertone, because it really helps me out with the correction of my dark under eye circles. Okay, I'm just gonna keep these on this area. I think it's doing a great job. I mean, look at this side and this side right here. What a difference. YSL just launched a couple products, one of them being the bronzer, but also a new setting powder. And it comes in various different shades. I went ahead and picked up the translucent one. It's supposed to be mattifying, which honestly I do not need because I do have more of a dry skin. I only have kind of like a normal combination skin on this area where are my large pores, but the rest of my face is pretty on the drier side. It's a little bit more dehydrated, but one thing that caught my attention is that this powder is infused with hyaluronic acid as well as niacinamide and other extracts, and it has been made with 95% of natural origin ingredients. Again, I got it in the shade translucent. The packaging is stunning. I really love this new packaging from YSL. It's made in France and it does have a shelf life of 24 months, and there you have it. There's the powder, and if you open it here, there's a little sponge. Now, I usually do not use a sponge when applying my setting powder because I don't want to put way too much. I'm gonna go ahead and use the setting powder just on this side of my eye. The reason being is because if you are able to see this concealer, or another thing that I wanted you to notice it. Actually, my camera turned off because it was overheating, but I apply just one layer here, and you see, like, you can still see my under eye area, so I can still build it up, and that's why it's very important to let sit a little bit that concealer so you can get the most pigment out of it. But other than that, this concealer is a self-setting concealer, so I'm gonna be using just a little bit of this powder. See how blurring it is, and actually it's not even powdery. I'm tapping and I don't see anything flying, which is great. Let's just take a look how this goes. Okay, that was nice, blurring, and non-drying. It does feel soft, and it maintains the translucency too. Yeah, non-powdery. It's not like uber silky, but it just has some smooth kind of feeling. I'm gonna do the same thing here on my large pores area. It's not giving me any white cast, completely translucent. I don't think there's a scent, at least not that I can perceive. Let's go next with YSL All Hours Hyper Bronze, and also it comes in various different shades. I went ahead and picked up the shade number 3, also made in France. Oh, this looks like leather. It's just precious. Now, I was trying to see if these open and if there was any brush inside, but it doesn't seem like. I tried to open it from this side, but it doesn't open. It states that it has a buildable sheer to medium bronze, subtle sheen effect, natural matte warmth. Okay, subtle sheen effect, but with a natural matte and sheen. Okay, so natural, a natural finish, I should say. Soft and weightless texture that blends seamlessly into the skin. Okay, we'll see that. In a second, I'm gonna be using a Chikuhoro F01 brush. Let's go for it. Okay, it does have the same texture as the powder and it's soft, very soft. Oh, by the way, I went ahead and swatched my Chanel concealer in 40. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the shade that I use is 40. This one right here. So you can see it right next to the one from Guerlain. The one from Guerlain has oxidized, so it doesn't show too much on my face, but it's something that I may need to check, and I may want to try that shade 2.5N. Let's go for the bronzer. Ooh, okay, that gives me color right away. It's a beautiful shade, more of like doré, but not orange. Just, it does have that beautiful summer golden touch. There's no glitter, there's no shimmer. And it does have definitely a natural finish. Ooh, this is beautiful. It's actually blurring. Yeah, it does have a blurring effect too. And somewhat it does have a little bit of shading, not muddy, but it actually kind of like contours somewhat the face at the same time that is giving that bronze look. And it's not really mattifying, but rather a natural. It does have a natural finish. I cannot say it does have a sheen to it, but it doesn't look powdery, it doesn't look drying, it looks natural. It just kind of like melts with the skin, and it looks very much airbrush. Very nice. And this shade in particular reminds me a little bit, not to the finish, but to the shade in Valentino bronzer, the universal one, as well as the one from Chantecaille, the one in the blue packaging that came, it was limited edition. I think it's still available. That doré kind of shade. The shade, it's alike to that it has that more of like a summer kiss glow. For blushes, I honestly was gonna go with the new Guerlain Terracotta blushes, but I have already reviewed them. I actually got 4 shades, so my review is already live and up. I shouldn't say by accident, but I went to Sephora for something, and it took the best out of me. I grabbed these new Milk Makeup jelly blushes that they have gone viral, and here you got me. I picked up 2 shades, the shade Spritz, and I think this will be great as these are so cute. Honestly, they look like jelly. Look, I don't know. It's so cute. Some people, they want to eat it, and some people even like gave a bite to it. Don't eat your makeup, come on. And then I got the shade Burst, which is, it looks kind of like red, like intense, but it seems like it's gonna be more of a hot pink. Now, let me tell you, these, they do stain. I actually opened it to make a reel, just take some images for my Instagram and my TikTok. And there was a little bit of bubbling on the top just because of the heat. And I touched it just to burst a little bit the bubbles that was on top. And it left me a mark on my finger. And it was something immediate. I just tap, and I clean it with a paper napkin. And the stain was there. Now, it washed off afterwards, but I'm sure the nature of them is to be a true stain and be long wearing. I'm gonna sacrifice myself and I'm just gonna swatch it here. This is one swatch. It is definitely cooling. Now, I don't think I will go directly applying it on my cheeks just because I'm afraid that it will leave me a patch. Not because of the products being like that, but because I already have, foundation. I try to avoid powder right here where I'm going to apply the blush, but anyhow, let's go for the shade Burst. It's a beautiful tone. Pink too. Look at that. So Spritz and Burst. I like them both. I'm going to use them both just because we're trying new makeup. Going first with the shade Spritz and a Chanel Contour number 109 brush. Now this brush is synthetic and it's black, so I'm hoping it will not stain the brush. Let's just go for it. Okay, that's very little amount. Let's see if I can pick up a little bit more. Oh, there you go. That's easy to apply, but I can barely see it. Should I go directly with it? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do this fast. Yeah, I'm gonna build it. But you have to work with this fast because they are stains. That's a pretty color. You know what? I really love the cooling sensation a lot. A whole lot. That's such a pretty shade. And it's not super glowy either. It's kind of translucent. Okay, I'm going next. Go with the shade Burst. Yeah, with this you need to really move fast, or just get it on your brush and work it in, and then apply. Yeah, I think definitely working it in with your brush, it's the best way to apply it. Or just like I said, like don't give it even like 1 second. Just be prepared with your brush to like go. But the shades are beautiful. I mean, this pink is not super cool tone, and this spritz shade is a gorgeous, very bright, lively kind of coral leading peach tone. Now, Dolce & Gabbana just launched their new I Dare You multi-finish eye and cheek palette made in Italy. It does have 0.12 grams of product or 0.42 ounces. It has the shades on the back too. And let me show you. I mean, it came so beautifully wrapped. I'm going to be putting definitely a reel on my Instagram and TikTok. Also, it comes with this cover. And then it has two parts. One, the palette, and the other one, the chain. It does have a chain. So it shows that you can, I don't know, put it like right next or clip it on your back. Very much Dolce & Gabbana style, DG. It's not clunky. It is plasticky though. It's not like, it doesn't feel like, wow, super luxurious. But what attracted me the most is the actual color story. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Now we have some chunky glitters there, but then we have these other formulas right here that are really like, wow, mesmerizing. This shade looks wet. I cannot wait to swatch them all. This one seems to be a cream product, like an actual like for eyeliner, and then we have some other matte shades. Let's swatch it. Also on the box it says long lasting and high adherence. Let's go first with this shade. Ooh. Excuse me, Dolce & Gabbana. I gotta wait. Oh, okay. This one is more like texturized, but so gorgeous. These shades are so Dolce & Gabbana. Honestly, this right here, that combination, it reminds me to their dresses. Oh, just so beautiful. Okay. Now this is glitter. Ooh, but it's creamy. Oh my gosh. Oh, and it has a flip. It's kind of iridescent. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go ahead and swatch it. Sleek shimmer gold, outrageous glitter silver. It does have like a gel base, so it's kind of like a scattered. See right here how it's staying also on my finger. Do you see right there? Okay. The next one is Impulse Melange Bronze. That's very pretty. Shameless Multi-Chrome Blue. Oh my gosh. Look, do you see that? And then if you twist it, there's some purple in it. Oh, that's a multi-chrome. Dolce & Gabbana multi-chrome. Excuse me. Wow. And there's another multi-chrome, Reckless multi-chrome purple. That looks great too. Let's see. Ooh. It's so creamy. It's like applying a gel. Oh my gosh. Dolce Gabbana doing this. I mean, some of the best makeup is actually manufactured in Italy, so they have to do something good. I mean, obviously, let's try it on the eyes, but let's go for the matte shades. Scheming Matte Nude, Unapologetic Matte Taupe, Spoil Matte Pink, Fearless Matte Lilac, Provocative Matte Purple, Scandalous Matte Blue. Oh, that's a pretty blue. Wanted. Ooh, Gel Black. Kind of like the Huda Beauty gel formulation that we found on her latest palette. I have no idea what to use because all these shades look beautiful. I know you're telling me, Jacqueline, use the blue, Jacqueline. Goodness me. Let's see what we can do here. Sonia G Classic Crease, and I'm going first with this shade. And it has a huge mirror and a very nice quality mirror. And I'm taking, oh, this shade has a lot of pigmentation. Oh my gosh. Wow. Lots of pigment. I'm applying it above the crease. I'm going to start with that with a base. And we're going to do 2 eyeshadow looks. Should we do that? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. I'm trying to convince myself. Sonia G Mini Booster. And I'm going with this shade. Again, tapping it just in case. And I'm taking it on the crease. Okay, these have a ton of pigment. Also, I'm going to take this same shade and applying it on the outer third. That's a beautiful shade. And it's not losing its pigment. And it's not patchy either, which I appreciate. That's a pretty shade. I can just take it all over the mobile lid and call it a day. Honestly, it's such a pretty shade. Sonia G Mini Booster, and I'm going with the deeper purple shade, and I'm applying it on the outer V. You know, it's very hard to formulate purple even nowadays, and this is so far a good formula in my point of view. Now, if you want to create kind of like sunset kind of look, I will suggest go with this shade over here. I'm not going to do so because I'm really curious to try these shades. So I'm going to use the purple one, but with my finger, because it does have a lot of texture. When you swatch it, it doesn't show the texture. So at first I thought that's glitter. It's a glitter bomb. It's not. It's just pigment encapsulated. Very interesting kind of formula. No way. Wait a second. No. This is Dolce Gabbana. Excuse me. Definitely you can apply it with a brush, but oh my gosh. Are we following these? Goodness me. What? This is insane. Okay. I'm gonna go with this shade, which it didn't swatch the best, but I'm just gonna tap it, not that I need it, but right on the center just to see what it does. Oh, I see. It creates a glossy effect. You know what? Let's do the same thing. I'm just gonna grab it and go and swatch. I don't know, like perhaps put it on top of the blue. Just creates this glossy kind of effect. Do you see right there? It's a topper. It's definitely a topper because it just, if you try to go like this, you see it becomes patchy. BK Beauty 204 brush, and I'm going with this shade, and I'm going to take it on my lower lash line. Sonia G Flat Definer, and I'm going with the purpley shade, and I'm going to take it and applying it on my lower lash line, on the outer third, and whatever is remaining, I'm going to take it a little bit on the front. I just don't want to put too much. I'm sorry if there's still a little bit of sound behind, but I had to open the window because my camera was overheating. It's a hot day. It just literally feels now more like summer, and it's supposed to rain today too, which is weird. It's like the sun is in full. Sephora number 20 brush, and I'm gonna go with the gel, and I'm gonna line. it's black but not peach black. Interesting formula because it's gel and I thought it was gonna go peach black, but it's not. And it's also not, for being a gel, it's not glossy either. Not gonna lie to you, when I saw this palette, I thought Fenty Part 2. But wow, if I was wrong. Ma Domenico Dolce, che cosa hai fatto? Okay, so far I'm impressed. Let me tell you that. Going next with this shade, with a BK Beauty 202 brush. And I'm gonna take it on the outer third. Easy, easy, easy to apply. Goodness me. Wow. Okay. Breathe and focus. Okay, Sonia G Builder Pro, and I'm going with the blue shade. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it's patchy or not. I'm gonna tap it once. Again, there's not really fallout. It just, pigment is there. And I'm just gonna take it and applying it inner third all the way until the outer third. Look. Wow, look at this. And I'm just going to, sorry, I have a little bit of allergies. No patchy. Did you saw any patchy? Okay. Dolce Gabbana. Okay, going with this shade, with the blue one. I'm excited. Oh, wow. That's intense. I mean, you don't need to do these, obviously, right? Okay, definitely with these two, you're gonna find perhaps a little bit of fallout, but it doesn't stain the cheeks. Do you notice that? I was just able to, look, just flick it like a soccer ball. No words. No words. Wait a second. Let's keep going here. If I can focus, right? I'm gonna go with this shade. Taking it here on the lower lash line. And then I'm going with this shade and taking it right on the outer third. I get used to do these all the time, but honestly, you do not need to do that because it's just powdery. Next, we're gonna go with the black. Just taking a little bit of this gel, tiny bit on the edge of the lower lash, just to give a little bit of more boom. I'm going again with this shade again. I'm just trying it. I'm just playing. That's what we're here for. And see, tapping it. I mean, is there a need? No. But do I want to do it? Yes. You just see. Okay. Vanity makeup brush, and I'm going to this shade. Now this does have fallout. And I'm just going to take it and applying it on my inner corners. And with whatever is remaining, I'm just going to take it on my brow bone. Now this has shimmer though. So if you want like that shimmery look, then you use it. Otherwise, just skip it. Wow, friends, I'm so impressed. I do have some thoughts, really quick thoughts here. I like the gel, but I don't feel it was necessary. I know to me it's more, this is an artisty palette, and this really showcases the capability of the Italian formulations. This is something that I would have expected perhaps from Pat McGrath, that unfortunately, I love Pat McGrath, don't get me wrong, but unfortunately it has become very repetitive, continuously the same thing. This one is taking us completely out of that path, which is fantastic. Definitely this shade, you can apply it as a blush. Even this shade over here as a blush too, which that is a plus. I will not suggest this shade as a highlighter because it does have shimmer particles and is the one that perhaps has the most fallout. If anything, perhaps you can, you know, play around a little bit with this shade as a highlighter, but not really like recommended to do so. The shades are beautiful, full pigment, super smooth, non-powdery, not even much kickback, except for obviously these shades, the multi-chrome. They do have a lot of dimension, but make sure you don't dig in too much. Just go smooth so that way you get a smooth amount of your fingers, or use a brush if you want to. I like to apply these kind of shades with my finger. This shade, like I said, if you try to apply it like this, I'm sure it's gonna go patchy, but you have to treat it as a topper, as a gloss. Very, very interesting formula. If anything, personally, I would have changed the gel. I know the color story of the palette is more of the cool tone, but I would have changed these perhaps with a peachy shade, just to have that versatility with these shade. Even with this shade over here, I think it would have pulled a little bit more fun, a little bit more intriguing. It's just something personal that I would have done. And another thing, I think they needed to do it refillable. I think they need to have those pink holes and actually be able to pop up the shades and then play around. That I don't know if I mentioned it, but it comes with an applicator too, which is not the spongy one, is actually a brush. So you get brush on this side and brush on the other side, which it's really helpful if you want it on the go. Yeah, if you want it on the go. But wow, Dolce Gabbana, I'm impressed. And you know what? Just for the fun of it, because I'm playing with makeup, this is so much fun. I have the blue on this side. I want to play with this baby by Chanel. Is that Lumière de Lucien? It is from the Spring Summer collection, which I have already reviewed, but this has not necessarily like a blue undertone, lilac-y with a little bit of blue. I'm just gonna apply it a little bit right here, and with this blush that is more cool tone. Woo. And then on the other side, I'm gonna go with this baby. It is also by Chanel, Balm Essential in Mermaid, and this has a little bit of that pinkish tone to it too. Super pretty, so glossy. I love the mirror on this palette. Just gonna tap it. Ooh, I love this so much. So gorgeous. Now let's go for lipsticks. Honestly, in the less than 10 days, there has been so many lipstick launches. I just reviewed the new Tom Ford Slim Lip Color lipsticks. They are gorgeous too. I just bought all the shades of the new Chanel Luminous Matte lipsticks, the one in the white casing. So I'm pretty sure you will be seeing that review video tomorrow with all the swatches. I bought all the shades of the Westman Atelier, and I'm planning to get the new reformulated YSL candy glazes too. Oh my gosh, they are just so many. But I have right here this baby by Hermes, and I'm pretty sure it's not gonna go really well with these eye looks, but hey, let's just have fun. This is in the shade 41 Rose Pop. Look at this. I mean, with this look, I'm gonna look like the girl from the 80s. But I had it on my plan, so let's just swatch it. And if not, I mean, we can change it for something else that I have here. So this one is in the matte formulation. Oh my gosh. This is such a summer look. I mean, forget about the eye look, right? I love the lipsticks from Hermes. They have such a great formula. And this is from their Spring Summer collection. I mean, what a gorgeous shade. I mean, perhaps with this eyeshadow look or just with nothing on the eyes, it's stunning. It does have such a pretty shade. And you know, although matte, is so creamy and so nourishing. Look at this. Such a pretty shade. But let's remove it because it doesn't look good with the makeup that I have. I'm Charlotte Tilbury in Icon Baby. And then Tom Ford in Open Back. A little bit of gloss from Chanel, just in the middle. Oh yes, tiny bit. And that makes it, friends, I know I look a little bit crazy like this, but I mean, imagination is there, right? Let me tell you a little bit about each of these products. First, the fragrance. It is very soft. It's very intimate. It's very close to the skin. I don't think it's going to have projection. Obviously, I have to go out there and see if somebody tells me something about the fragrance. It's super clean, more soapy than anything. In regards the concealer, because the other products I have already reviewed them, but the concealer, I feel that in combination with the powder is set nicely, but without the powder it is starting to crease just a little bit right here. And look, as I get closer, do you see right there? I don't know if it's me grading or it just doesn't have enough coverage. If you have very dark under eye circles, I will suggest you to go with a color corrector, then go with this concealer if you want to try it, because it's super lightweight, and that is honestly the best part of this concealer. It's not uber moisturizing, so it doesn't have that ultra shine. It's more natural than anything. But I see that in the little time that long time, because honestly I had been recording this video for 2 hours, you know, but yeah, it gathers on the fine lines, mostly on this side, and I don't know, it seems like it's fading, like the color. Do you see right there? Is that me or is my idea? That's that with the concealer. I will still need to keep trying it and take it from there. In terms of the Milk blushes, they are there. I mean, they are a stain. Think about a stamp. That's what they are. A stamp on your face. It's just incredible, the amount of pigment. You have very little time to work with them. So honestly, just go ahead, look. Honestly, go ahead and use it super quickly. Be ready with your brush, and yeah, just try it. But they look very beautiful. The highlighters, I have used them before. The thing that has perhaps impressed me the most on this video is where you went. It's underneath everything, buried. Is this? I mean, I will report back how the eyeshadows wear throughout the day. But the impact that these have, this is artisty. This is different. This is not for your casual wear, or although if you're more into the cool tones, you can wear these shades, right? And then don't touch these shades over here, and just touch it whenever you're gonna go out, or you know, for a fancy dinner or something like that. But what a pleasure of a palette. I miss those times. I miss Pat McGrath bringing us something like this. I love the clean makeup, the no makeup kind of look, because that's what I wear in daily basis. But I miss these kind of palettes that they just give me the wow effect. And wow, Dolce Gabbana has done it. Wow. The lipstick from Hermes, beautiful shade, obviously with a more subdued eyeshadow look. I will definitely use it. It's a gorgeous shade for the upcoming season, spring and summertime. I cannot wait for that too. And yes, my friends, and the lipstick from Tom Ford. I mean, I already did my review, but great formulation, beautiful formula. Oh, I almost forgot the setting powder by YSL. Really nice setting powder. It's not like, if you have dry skin, do not be afraid. It's non-drying. It's more than anything blurring and extremely natural, and it doesn't have a white cast. The bronzer is so airbrush. The way that it applies, it's silky, like smooth, phenomenal bronzer by YSL. Okay, my friends, and this makes it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know which of these products are you very excited to give them a try, to give them a go. Like I said, all the products will be linked on the description box below. All those details will be there. I will report back on the rest of my makeup if I see something that it's kind of wonky, not wearing well, etc. I have a long day of editing videos, and what's next on my channel? I think I just told you the new Luminous Matte Lipsticks by Chanel, the new Westman Atelier lipsticks. Let's just continue the conversation in the comment section down below while you're at it. If you haven't done so yet, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. It will be amazing if you can come and follow me both on my Instagram and TikTok. If you like this video, if it serves you of any help, it will help me so much if you give it a thumbs up. Also, if you share it with family and friends. And if you're not done watching my content, well, I have a ton of amazing videos right here. I just did an unboxing of that Chanel Eat bag. I do have another makeup content over here, so enjoy it. I will be leaving those recommendations at the end of the screen. And until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.